Oh look, we've got a pair of horses. They look quite nice. I don't know what breed of horses they are. Just love just to see the pair of them taking a ride. Look like beautiful girls to me. There's a beautiful black one, and there's also a nice American style sort of horse. Actually, it's got like white and brown on it. Lovely coat and colour on that horse. Wonderful. They're all still grazing, still feasting on bread. Complete scavengers. Look at them. They're all scavenging through bits of breadcrumbs. That's a lot, isn't it? And standing right back, and as you can see, look at all of the birds. All feasting on crumbs, bread, whatever. I've actually got no idea how fun it was to come out towards this place. It feels like I've been doing this place for quite some time ago. And right over here, there's a little white heron. I can just see a little white heron. It's a little egret. It looks like it's fishing. Kind of looks like a discarded plastic bag or something. Okay, it looks like I'm at the farm. There's a milking parlour inside here. I think that's normally where the cows are. Don't think I can see any cows here, but on the other side here, we've got sheep and goats. I'm actually quite curious to see the goats and the sheep. And there's chickens! And there's more goats everywhere. Oh my god, there's goats. I might keep a distance from the people feeding the goats here. It's lovely and fantastic. Oh, look at that very weird sheep. Look at that. I think I've made a model of that before. It's got like weird horns in it. And look at the whole body. It's all been coated. Very furry. That sheep here looks more like a Kashmir goat to me. In fact, as you can see, I can actually see the sheep and the goats from a further distance. Here you go, there's some people feeding the goats. Lovely, isn't it? It's just beautiful seeing a couple of sheep and goats. Well, they're everywhere. That's lovely. Is that a ewe or is it a ram? Personally, when I see horns on a sheep, I'd probably guess they're rams. Well, I might be totally wrong. Who knows about that? Oh, look at that guy. That looks fairly friendly, isn't he? Oh my god, there's more goats here. You trying to get out of the cage? I don't think so. There's more goats around here. That is a lot of goats. Everywhere. And they're all poking their heads out. No, I don't think that tablet is edible enough. I hope you're not eating that. There's more goats everywhere. I can't believe it. You know what I'm gonna say about this video? This is absolutely goated. And there's cows right here. There's 2 cows here. I think these are Hereford bulls. I'm pretty sure they're cows. Not only because they're female. Oh, look at her. She's just standing up. And there's a couple of big looking goats. Oh, look at that cow. It's basically sort of wagging its tail a bit. There's some more sheep right here. Oh, goodness me. It's never a sight when you're at the farm. And there's some cows right here. 2 of them. Lovely Hereford cows. I can smell beef right here. And there's a couple of goats. I wonder why they've got tags. Does anyone know why some of the livestock has actually got like tags and stuff? Just beautiful. And this one here looks like it's got relatively small looking horns. Quite a lovely looking goat right here. Just beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, looks like that goat always wants to be with me. Don't think this goat really wants a cuddle. But you know what's more beautiful? It's them 2 cows there. These girls look so majestic. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you girls... Oh, what's that? One I've got like spray paint on the back. Quite a bit weird, but those girls here are much more majestic. Get it, eh? What a nice pun. Look at all the goats trying to graze on a bit of animal feed. That's somehow nice. You can see how the cow is chewing a bit of cud. Just lovely seeing that cow just munching and eating a bit of cud, a bit of wheat, a bit of hay as well too, because that's what they need to consume when winter arrives. What's with all the goats just poking their heads out? Not sure. Don't think they're gonna be after my tablet. Sure if I can cuddle them. No, don't think they're gonna like being cuddled. Quite a lot of goats around here. And there's also a lot of children as well too. Not to mention actually. Let's see if I can cuddle this one. Isn't this one quite very soft? Maybe it doesn't like being cuddled. Oh, look at this one here. You know that goat with no horns in it? That's basically a polled looking goat. If a cow or a goat has got no horns, that also applies to sheep, then they have been polled, or maybe they've been genetically bred for that purpose. Oh wow, there's some chickens. Everyone I just see is chickens. That's no yoke, to be honest, for me, eh? Because, hey, they'll be ending up as dinner tonight. Oh my gosh. Look at all of those chickens. Oh wow, I didn't know somebody could straightforward roast a bit of chicken. Didn't know people can pick up the chickens. I'm not sure if that's straightforward legal or not, to pick up and handle the chickens. They do look quite very cute. Very friendly. The roosters are also there. I don't know if they have... If this place here has actually got like 2 roosters or not, but that is actually quite a lot of chickens. Oh my gosh. What I think I can really smell at the moment is KFC. I can really smell chicken. Next thing after seeing chicken, I'll be eating them tonight. Oh boy, there's more chickens right here. I'm pretty sure these are all girls. I think by the looks of them, they look like they've been grown up. I think most of them are all girls. And there's more chickens right here. They do look very nice. I didn't know they're called highline chickens. And apart from chickens, you've also got pigeons. Never knew these birds were livestock as well. Actually, I mean poultry. And actually, apart from the chickens, I can also see some ducks. And there's a turkey as well. I'm not sure where they are. There's more chickens. And more chickens everywhere. And there you go, we've got some ducks. And there's a turkey right in the background here. And in the background, if I know where to look... Oh, sorry. Fence is blocking my way. I can see some ducks right here. And there's Is that a turkey? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a turkey. Going by the looks of it. And on the background I can see is a pony. Just a nice, small, white little pony with a very weird marking on his face. That's beautiful. It's all black on somewhere. And there's a rabbit. Never knew someone kept a rabbit right here. I can just see a black bunny rabbit right here. If you know where to look, you can just see him prominently right over in between those fences. That turkey here looks really giant. It looks quite big for that cage, if you ask me. Looks a bit too big for that cage. But in that case, I digress. And apart from that small pony here, I can also see another one. This one's coloured in brown. I don't think it's a Shetland pony, but someone knows their pony breeds or their horse breeds might actually know about them. It's quite a very nice brown one with like blonde hair. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, going by the looks of that horse. Looks beautiful. There you go. Beautiful looking girl. That's wonderful somehow. That's really wonderful, horse. In fact, ponies are horses, if you know what I mean. Basically the same, but just bred to be small. Quite interesting. Although I'd probably say not all small horses are ponies, aren't they? She's straightforward sniffing, and she's straightforward foraging for a bit of, let's just say, animal food, possibly a bit of hay. Yeah, that's what they normally feed, don't they? And yes, I can see the pony is straightforward straddling all the way back. Looks like, I wonder what she's drinking. Water. Very much so. Just very much water, as you can see that. She's straightforward having a good sip. And apart from a few ponies, you can also see their little stables. Nice to see them. Being straightforward. Not that deranged, but hey, that's what they're like. Yep. It's a little bit like My Little Pony in real life, but you could probably say otherwise. Look at that. What the heck is that? Oh god, is that horse poo? Flippin' hell. She looks like she's gonna take a poo. I can just see it. That's horse poo. Not sure if I'll be able to show that. My goodness me. She's basically going to lay some poo. My goodness me, I can just see it. I'm actually quite fascinated by that horse pony thing, what it's called. She looks like she's going to take a poo. Or something. You just watch when the poo gets bigger, it might straightforward fall. Although I don't think that would be quite great, hey? There you go, there's actually even more bunny rabbits right here as well. My goodness me. That is quite very straightforward. Weird. Somehow I'm just going to keep on walking around. Apart from the pony that's about to poop, we can see some more rabbits. And actually, apart from the ducks, I can actually see even more turkeys. I thought there was only just one. I'm actually just seeing a Peking duck and another turkey. Here you go, there's some of the ducks here. I can just see a beautiful white one here. And that's their special little pond that they can actually swim with. And apart from there you go, there's some turkeys right here. I initially thought they did share the same enclosure, and it looks like they are. There's actually about 3 to 4 turkeys. They're white, but I tell you what, they look fairly nice to look at. And there's also some farmyard equipment as well. How nice is that? About 2 of them are straightforward foraging. I don't know which one's male or female. And I can actually see another one there. And there's some more ducks right here as well on the background. Actually, do you know what they look like? They look very much alive. And you know why? They're basically like modern day dinosaurs. Look at the way it's preening its feathers. Just fantastic to watch. And actually, while we're speaking of poo, it looks like that this pony has decided to take a private dump. So that explains why I can't show you this pony at the moment right now. Maybe she's about to. Going by the looks of it. Or going by the looks of her. Just see that tail end? Pretty sure she's going to poop. And that's going to be a tough life for the farmers to do so. And as I'm walking around here, I can see more horses. It looks like a very standard looking horse. Is that a filly or is it a gelding? I can't really tell. Or is it a colt? I can't really tell what stage of the horse is. They do look quite young. Somehow. They look fairly nice looking. A bit bigger than those ponies. Although I still think I call them ponies. Because that's how I use them to make my flip-up toys. And right over here, we've got a goat. And in fact, there's more sheep and goats right here. Looking for the background, I can just see a few sheep. And there's one goat. On your left. No, wait, sorry, right. I feel like I've just misinterpreted what goat it is. I think she heard me, or he heard me. And there's some children. Oh, look who else is here. There's a very big fat looking pig. That's a very hungry looking hog. You know what I could probably say about this big obese fellow? Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's a she because she's got a lot of like breasts to feed her piglets. Maybe she's a bit too fat to feed, you know, her piglets. Maybe she's already given birth and probably other pigs must have grown up, and look how much poop this pig has created. Well, you know one thing I could probably say about this pig? We can definitely bring home pork chops and bacon. Oh man, I can really smell it. Well, out and away from the porking lot, there's also a very vast array of sunflowers. If you know where to look, there's actually a huge... Wow, can you believe that is a lot of sunflowers right over in the background. That is just a lot of sunflowers right here. But I've actually seen so many sunflowers. Somehow I feel like I've seen a lot of them most of the times here. Right over on my channel. I think you might have already seen sunflowers already. And there's another big fat pig. That's quite weird. It's got like speckles on its fur. Oh, it's a sandy and black pig. That's what its colour is. It's quite a nice looking pig. And apart from that, I'm also seeing... Is that a llama or is that an alpaca? And right here there's more sheep. Right here in the background. Quite a lot of it somehow. I'm also seeing so many, like, you know, sunflowers. It's such a beautiful sight in a typical summertime sort of countryside scenario, if you know what I mean. There's quite a lot of beautiful yellow looking sunflowers here. Don't think there's another spot where I can just see them closely, but with that being said, I think they're nice. They're nice as heck, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, what if I actually get really, really close? Gotta be very careful because there's a lot of nasty spikes and stuff here too. I think there's a river or a little stream that's blocking it. But there you go. That's a vast field of sunflowers. I think most of them are just sinking down, aren't they? Just stunning to see that, isn't it? That's beautiful. In fact, bet all the sunflowers are going to be straightforward. Let's just say, sow a bit of seeds themselves for the next generation to occur. Oh my god, is that Donkey from Shrek? That's what I'm probably guessing. Hey, guess what? You've got a film that's coming up on the works. And I wonder why this donkey has got a rein attached. And I can actually see some geese. It looks like they must have flown away from the local nature reserve to the farm to graze. I can actually see quite a few donkeys. There's actually about 3 of them. You just saw the first one, and it looks like Donkey has just birthed a bit of his relatives. I'm pretty sure that is the donkey's relatives. And there's some people. And look at the geese. They're all straightforward grazing. Look at that. Quite a nice foraging flock right here. Just grazing on some grass. and whatever. And actually, by the looks of it, it actually looks more like autumn time. Although we're in late summer, it feels like we're going up towards autumn, seeing the amount of red, orange, and brown. It looks crispy when you see that, hey? It has to be one of the most glorious trips, as you can see there, it's a beautiful cow. Actually, that's a calf. Lovely, beautiful looking calf. It looks like that's actually one of the little sunflower heads that must have been pulled off. And wow, strangely enough, I can just see the cow on the back side of it. It's a beautiful Hereford cow. Oh man, don't think I can really touch this cow right here. Pretty much sensitive looking. I think both of these are females, but I don't know which one's the male and which one's the female. I'm pretty sure if it was a male, that one there might be a bit bulkier, so I'm probably presuming it's male. And that calf here looks quite beady-eyed, and look, got lots and lots of eyelashes around the body, that cow. Look at that. Oh wow, you ever seen a baby calf cow thing just scratch its head? Just the most adorable thing I've seen. Look at that, it's just feasting a bit of animal feed. Yeah, the most incredible part about cows is that they can just swish their tails like so. Just wonderful to see. And while walking, I can start to see more cows. That's the Hereford ones, I think. But these ones there look a little bit different. I don't know what breed of cows they are. Are these Jersey cows? Oh man, what a beautiful girl. Oh man, that's a lovely hairstyle you've got there. I'll just gently stroke this beast here. Maybe not. And you can see all that fur. It's just running down right here. You can just see a bit of fur that's running down right towards her legs. And her hooves. Just beautiful. And look at the way she's just chewing a bit of cud. Just a beautiful, gigantic, ruminant creature. Although I wouldn't probably say it's that big. They're not as big as hippos, but hey, cows are actually one of them. You can definitely see that. These animals haven't got any horns. It's naturally pawed. Wow, I can't believe it. This one doesn't seem to mind the fact that I'm straightforward stroking. I think they're both girls, going by the looks of that. And as a bit of a closer look, can I see the cow's udders? Yes, I can. I can see the little udders down there. Just beautiful. I can smell some beef and milk on the menu here, and apart from some cows, we've got some sheep right here. Bah, bah. Lots and lots of sheep right here. Although this one looks more like a goat. I don't know why. Oh, is that a Scottish blackface sheep? That's what I'm probably guessing. And right here, of course, we've got 3 donkeys, and there's some Canada geese here. They're just grazing on the fields. Nice farmland sort of area here. Just beautiful, isn't it? They're all grazing right over in the fields. Just impressive somehow. And then we've also got more goats. Yep, this thing is going to be goated. In fact, the whole video is actually going to be very much goated. Yep, whatever floats your goat, totes my goats. That's quite a very weird pun. In fact, there are many puns right here. Look at that. That thing there looks like a gazelle, that thing. In fact, I think by the looks of these two, they almost look like antelopes. They look almost a bit wild looking. You know, this goat and that goat right there. Looks almost quite exotic if you ask me. And then those creatures there, they may look like deer, but they're actually... Are these alpacas or are these llamas? Can't really tell. They've actually been very popular so far, especially if you play the game Fortnite or Minecraft. It seems like the internet is always fascinated with farm animals these days. Now, I really wonder why. And there's a black one right here. Beautiful creature. There's more sheep right here. Just wonderful. And that there's a beautiful looking Highland cow from Scotland. It actually looks very beautiful. Oh, she looks like she's kind of spooked by the tablet. And there's another one right here. They're actually quite beautiful looking girls. Wonderful. And look at those horns. Don't know if I can touch this thing, because it does look like it has been possessed with horns. Oh, not sure about this cow. Hate to think that there's saliva on this thing drooping on it, or drooping on her, because I think this cow is a girl. Very beautiful. I'm just on my second round on the farm, and whoever has built this house must have been quite a very good replica. It looks like a very weird replica model of a Tudor house. There's also, actually if I look closely, there's more things on the back. Oh, looks like there's none. Just seeing the beautiful horses there, but what I'm also seeing is a sunflower trail. And it looks like most of them are actually sort of sinking and dying apart. That makes them a very good feast for not just bees and butterflies and other pollinators, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful feast for the birds. Once those heads start to sink down, it's mealtime for the birds, like goldfinches and other birds. They'll come along and feast a lot of what has been planted so far. It's a beautiful scene, isn't it? And actually I can just see a flock of them flying down to feast on some seeds. And oh yes, I'm coming for the horses. Nice close-up of these two. Pretty sure, I don't know if these are both females. Look at the way they just chew their grass food. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Anyways, there's a bit of a close-up of one of the horses. Looks very much your typical horse color. There's basically one, actually two of them, just sunning. That's a beautiful looking head. Come here, you beautiful looking neighborhood type critter. In fact, that's a pun, isn't it? Look at the fur here. Oh my gosh, I can just straightforward stroke a bit of her. I think it's a girl, going by the looks of it. Oh, what is that? And there's that beautiful tail. Wonderful critter. Which one's male or female? These horses surely look quite interesting. Wow. Gotta shake that tail booty. And it looks like both of them are just grazing on some fresh grass, which hopefully hasn't been dried out. Coming up towards the other side here, look at the way they just feed. They actually graze, but noticing how many toes this horse is, they're a bit different actually. That's why they sort of cop their hooves a lot more than cows. Maybe, but I might be totally wrong here. I think all hoofed animals do. Actually, if you look closely on the horse's hoof, they've only got like one toe. That's what I'm probably guessing. Quite a beautiful looking critter, like all horses are. I have to say, seeing these horses are just stunning. It feels like I've been seeing so many horses around this place. I tell ya, wonderful beings they are by the looks of them. And apart from the horses, there's another house which looks like that. Who builds replica houses in the middle of a freaking farm? How interesting is that? And there you go, you can start to see the horses clearly right over here from that section there. It must have been very tough because there's a lot of people around at this section here. And right over where the horses are, if I go ahead and look closely, oh wow, I didn't notice they can actually sell a bit of sweet corn / potatoes, but there's also a weird looking house. In fact, there's two houses wherever I go. Didn't notice that there's actually three houses. I mean, I didn't even realise that there's actually three replica models of houses. How chronically weird is that? And there's the pig's bum right over here on the background, just sniffing and winking its way. Oh my goodness me. Well, I could tell you what, it feels like I've been done with the farm, and it looks like we might as well just move on to some bird watching. Actually, I'm so curious about that pony. Has that brown pony defecated itself? It's still there, strangely enough, but I'm actually going to straightforward it at this point here, because we're going to go ahead and do some bird watching. Don't think there's not much time to show you a bit of it, but there you go. It's generating a bit of poop, but I bet you what, it's going to come out real soon. Wow, didn't notice that's a piece of poop. Just straightforward perching right over the horse's bum. Oh, righty, I'm actually back at the nature reserve, but I'm not actually going to go into the brown house because I think I'm going to be way too late when I actually get inside the brown house. But nevertheless, as you can see, that's beautiful because we can start to see a various hunch of different birds. I can see tufted ducks, I can see coots, and I can also see what presumably is a lapwing. I think I did see a lapwing that was actually taking a bath at basically on the pond. Oh, I can see there's actually quite a few lapwings. Look what they're actually flying up towards. Look at that. There's actually quite a formation of lapwings here. There you go. There's actually quite a few of them flying. Wow, look at that. Look how they're just flying gracefully. Boom. Now that's going to be a spectacle during the autumn months. Wonderful sighting to see a lot of lapwings. There's actually wood pigeons, lapwings. There you go. Winter is actually on its way. And as you can see, there's gatherings of lapwings here. Beautiful. Just a beautiful sight to see. There's a lot of lapwings everywhere. In fact, they might be like either resident birds that might have actually matured, or it could be like wintering migrants up from the north. That's what I'm probably guessing. So a lot of lapwings there. Quite a fairly familiar countryside wading bird that has unfortunately started to decline in terms of population, I guess. And yeah, I can start to see a few tufted ducks right here. Let me just see what that is. I think it might be a tufted duck, but I'm not sure if it's an eclipse plumage or not. But there's one of the lapwings here. Wow, look at them. Look at the way they just fly. And they make these weird looking... They're also known as peewits because they make those weird pitched noises when they just fly. Oh, look at them. And there's a little egret next to them as well. Oh, they sound very cute. I think the noise of a lapwing is kind of reminiscent to that of a little, let's just say, oh man, I can definitely hear the sounds of them. They do sound a little bit like cute little, just say, almost look like, almost sound like mice. They almost sound like rats or mice in distress. Probably it's their squeaking sound. And right at the cormorant, looks like it's hovering. And I can actually see more cormorants. If I go up towards here, there's more cormorants right here. And there's actually quite a few wading birds that I could probably see. There's another lapwing right here. In fact, this preserve is pretty much taken over by lapwings. A lot of black-headed gulls right here. Quite nice. Black-headed gulls are all taking over this spot here. Oh, did you hear that? That was actually a cormorant. I'm actually hearing a few cormorants in the background. Nice weird looking gargling sound from the cormorant. A lot of coots. And surprisingly, we are seeing a huge growth of algae. So far throughout the course of time, I can start to see a mixture of algae. Or algae. Or was it algae? You can actually hear the cormorants gargling and stuff too. I don't know what's for that gurgling noises on the background. Quite weird, isn't it? Maybe if I can go up towards the other side where it's a bit clearer to see. And the bird hive is actually, it's actually quite open. Interesting as you sneak past by, there's a little egret right here. And what is that strange bird right here? But it looks like they're just ducks. Strangely enough, I'm not seeing any like small wading birds, but I think it's okay from the time being because I'm about to depart for, well, I'm actually going to go up towards Perry Bar later on because I've got to go ahead and buy some like new trainers and stuff, and also, not only that, I'll be having KFC there as well. Delicious. And on the other side, there's more black-headed gulls. And apart from that, I'm actually seeing so many Midges, lots of swarming insects right in front of me. There's little brown dots right over in front of me. There you go, I can see lots and lots of black-headed gulls, and right over here are a few lapwings. There's 2 of them. And what's also interesting is that as summer has now gone away, it seems like, do you know what's missing? It feels like I'm not seeing any common terns now. Looks like they're pretty much going to leave. There's quite a few swans right here on the background. And as you can see, the whole nature reserve is all wildly, it's actually straightforward thriving. Just a wonderful place to see. And there's that purple heather on the background. Can't really tell. Quite a lovely bit of foliage. And there's 2 little egrets flying together. And right over here I can see more black-headed gulls. More swans right here. And there's more coots right here. It's actually quite a lot of roosting birds. As you can start to see, there's actually some that have made it towards the main shores of Forgemoor Lake. There's quite a lot there. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I can just see that snipe here. It's actually very distant. I can just see just right where the bushes are. I can just see it. If I show it via my tablet, it's that thing there. I can just see it. It's not that very clear, but I can just see the little blighter there. He's just resting there. It looks like he's just straightforward snuggling. It looks like he's the only one already. It's the only snipe here. It doesn't look like there's other snipes up until like winter time.
It's been quite active. It's been hopping about because it seems to have injured its left leg.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, I didn't realise its leg has got a bit injured here. It seems I've got a lot of lapwings as well. There's been quite a dozen of lapwings here. I think most of them have pretty much arrived from various breeding grounds, although I'd probably guess most of them would have been resident birds, although...
There's supposed to have been some breeding, but secretive, like they've been breeding where we can't see them, so it's just assumed.
I'd probably guess some of them must have arrived from, like, let's just say numbers which have been, supplemented by Scandinavian birds that would have travelled all the way from the north to down here. I can see 2 lapwings here. I think I've seen dozens of lapwings right here. I can just see one right here. One that's straightforward straddling through the lake edges here. There's a moorhen right here. It's actually about 2 lapwings here. And I can actually see quite a few coots and a few swans. Actually quite a lot of coots. And it's interesting. Quite a very recent... Looks like it's the only one already. That snipe looks like it's straightforward the only one. It's quite early for snipe. They normally arrive in October. This is like YouTube or something? Not quite totally sure. Yeah, definitely most likely YouTube, I guess. That's what I'm filming, I suppose. I think most of the snipes here I've got a funny feeling it's probably, this summer has been very dry and all of a sudden we haven't had that much rain. There's a lot of algae there. Lake levels here have been quite lower than usual, and I think because of the hot, dry summer that we had so far, it actually sort of triggered a false autumn, if you ask me. All these leaves have changed colour so fast. I think with the heat that we had so far this summer, it has actually triggered to get a very early sign of autumn. It sort of says to me that is it to do with climate change and global. It's the same thing every time when I go outside. A lot of leaves have fallen very early than usual, and in that case, things are going to get harvested. Oh, I can just see a bit of feeding going on here. Looks like the snipe has kicked in already. Oh, I didn't realise the snipe has actually began... Oh, it's becoming active again. Let me just see it. There we go. I can just see a bit of feeding right here from the binoculars here. I can just see it right there. My YouTube camera has got a bit of a running time. And actually, yeah, I can just see the snipe. There you go. It's just probing. I can just see it probing on the dirt, right between where those bushes are. That little thing there. I need about a minute or so before I'm on my rush to my dad's car, because I hate to get a fine from that. I'll get my dad. That's wonderful. That's quite incredible, seeing one snipe. Oh, that's amazing. Just wonderful. I can just see it probing on, obviously, invertebrates. Actually, the whole lake is absolutely quiet here, but I tell you what, seeing that snipe, it's quite a rare treat. Never seen one before. It's definitely my first time seeing it. It's beautiful. Well, I'm actually on my way back to the car. I don't know how much I could really say, hey, but you know what? That was actually quite a fantastic trip to the nature reserve and the Forge Mill farm. It was just wonderful somehow, because I not only get to see the farm animals, but also one of the most incredible birds I've seen. A snipe. What a very rare bird to see. Strangely enough, I couldn't get some very elaborate footage because it was filmed very distantly. But I'll tell you what, it was a very nice find to see it, because I've never ever seen a snipe. And I'll tell you what, I'd never thought I'd be able to see quite a rare bird in my life. Just wonderful to see that incredible wading bird feasting on a bit of invertebrate prey. Anyways, I need to get back to the car. I'm actually going up all the way up towards Perry Bar to buy some stuff, but I'm also going to be ordering some Kentucky chicken. But yeah. That's my terrible chicken impression. Oh God! You hear me? Yep. Seems like I'm on my way back to the fucking car park, and that's it. There you go. I've been making so many bird watching videos, especially when I come up towards this place. See, it's wonderful. And there's some people in the background. Oh, man, I can't really believe of just how far away this place is. Walking around. And then there's the other side right here. 180-degree angle, 180-degree angle here. I can't see any cyclists, and I have to say, this place is looking rather autumnal. And as I'm walking around with my feet here, it feels like autumn has arrived very early. Would you ever believe that? There's a lot of leaves right over in the background here. There's actually quite a lot of them right here. Not gonna lie, this seems unusual, but hey, wonderful to know. And as you can see, as I'm filming across through the canopy right here, you can start to see a lot of different leaves from all sorts of trees, showing off their beautiful autumnal colorizations. Well, as a bit of a teaser, they are, but not fully at this moment somehow. And I'm actually completely and utterly exhausted to get through this hellish journey of mine. Well, it looks like I've finally made it back to the River Tame, I think that's what it's called. And I'm finally back to where I was starting. At the Forge and Forge Mill farm area. It feels like I'm back. Anyways, I feel like I need to end this video very quickly here. If you really enjoyed so much of the farm animal stuff that you're seeing so far on that trip to Forge Mill Farm, and also the birds as well across Forge Mill Lake, although I didn't have that much time because I had to rely on my dad's parking ticket, which would be straightforward, unvalid from, let's just say, about 15:31 or 3:30. Oh man, feels like I'm tired at the moment here. Anyways, I'm going to straightforward end this video here. If you really enjoyed it, please give this video a very good like. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.